Happy New Year! Happy Friday! Welcome everybody. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Let us know how your new year has been. Let us know if it's your first time here. Maybe let us know where you're joining from. Jackie says greetings and Happy New Year, friends. Hi, Lucy. Hello, Irina. Happy New Year, Kathy. Good morning, Karen. Hello, Nicole and Patty. Happy New Year, Greg. Teresa, greetings. Hello, Lori. Happy New Year. Ruth Ann, good morning. Krista, Happy New Year from Minneapolis. Lots of new energy so far. Love it. Hello, Christine. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you from Northern Illinois, and we are going to talk about Mars today, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards to see how to utilize that energy in our daily lives. Michelle, hello from Washington, D.C. New Year is off to a great start, as I hope it is for all here. Thanks, Michelle. Janelle, Happy New Year from Canada. This was a very low-key holiday season for me this year. The whole thing, the Christmas thing, the New Year's thing, I felt like I was just going through the motions. And I felt very what's the point of all this? Who cares? But then it brought me to a place where I realized that the point of all this is to make a point of it. You can make it whatever you want. So I don't know if you guys had similar experiences this new year. How is my audio and my video? I'm working off of my yet another new computer. Hopefully this one has a processor that can keep up with the basic streaming that I'm doing here. I feel like the video is, crystal clear, Jackie. I noticed that as well. I'm blown away. So that's good. And is my audio still clicking like it used to? I'm just curious about that. I hope not. Obviously. No click. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Glad to hear that I am coming through loud and clear. Maybe it's because Mercury is finally direct. No more Mercury retrograde, so our communication and our technology can run smoothly now. Michelle says, I feel you, Jackie, very low-key here as well. The passing through a gate to get to the next place. I like that. I like that. Good morning, Liz and Patty. 2023 was the year of a 7. So if you add the numbers in the year, 2 + 2 + 3, you get 7. So we're coming out of a year of solitude. 7 represents the spiritual awakening, finding the guide within, very introspective and magical nonetheless. But 2024 now is an 8, and an 8 is about finding your power, finding your abundance. It's the number of prosperity. It's the number of infinity. It's the year of almost finding the power and utilizing everything that you found inside yourself in 2023. So I'm very excited for this year. I pulled some tarot cards for myself, just a personal year ahead spread, just one card per month, and it's like rocket ship bliss at the second 2/3 of the year. So I'm just super excited for that. Hello, Carol and M. Kathy says, excellent, I'm launching a consultancy, so I'm hoping that's auspicious. Well, Mars in Capricorn, Kathy, is really going to help you plan that out. Hello, Rose. Nice to see you. All right, so today we're talking about Mars entering Capricorn, which happened yesterday. Mars walked into Capricorn yesterday, January 4th, and he'll be in Capricorn until February 13th. Now, Mars has been in Sagittarius since the end of November. So Mars, our ambition, our energy, our drive, was more focused on the Sagittarius themes of expanding, exploring, wandering, the search for truth. Mars in Sagittarius just wants to play. It doesn't want responsibilities. It doesn't want to be told what to do. But now, with Mars in Capricorn, until mid-February, our primal drive is ready to make a plan. Capricorn is a sign that loves to make progress, to lay out all the steps that we need to take to get from A to Z. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll follow all those steps to a T, but Mars in Capricorn wants to help us make a roadmap, just to see the plan, to see all the steps ahead of us. So Mars in Capricorn gives us the energy back to get work done. And I don't know if you guys can relate. Have you felt the sluggish start to 2024 as far as like our motivation, our ambition? Was it just me? It took me a while to get going after the holidays. I really felt like I was pushing through molasses just to get some stuff done. I even took, like one day I took a nap for 2.5 hours in the middle of the day, and that it's been a while since I've taken that long of a nap, and I was just like, what is happening? Carol's feeling the sluggishness. April, yes. Hello, Melinda, can join for a bit. Awesome, nice to see you. Irina felt the sluggishness. Liz is in sloth mode. Greg, Mary Alice, yeah, all of you guys. No motivation and sleeping a lot. Interesting. So yesterday, Mars did enter Capricorn, and maybe it's because there you go, Jackie. Yesterday I felt a little get up and go. I was gonna say maybe it's because I'm so in tune with the astrology and I knew what was happening, but suddenly yesterday I had such a wave of almost this like responsibility, but like happily dutiful energy. Like yesterday I was finally like, all right, I have this to-do list. I have all these things that I need to get done. I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna start this, and it's all in progress now. Chantel, same. Christine wants to hibernate. Melinda, yeah, for sure. Today is the opposite. Interesting. Irina's feeling it too. Jackie, of course, it helped that we finally had the sun shining in Illinois. Yeah, I was out running errands yesterday, and you guys know how much I hate the cold, but I was like, the sun's on my face. It's like 5 degrees warmer than I think it is. Mary Alice woke up 2 hours early, motivated. So this can be some confirmation and some affirmation for you all that you're living in the energy of the astrology. Mary, that's what's happening to me too. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Capricorn, Saturn, it holds the energy of Father Time. It's time to do the work because it's setting you up for a great future. So what long-term plan or project is calling for your attention right now? Is there something that you've been putting off? I'll get to it in the new year. I'll respond to that person in the new year. I'll plan out my trips in the new year. So what long-term project or plan is calling for your attention right now? Or what area of your life might feel scattered? I feel like there's also a lot of energy that's just gotten a little bit too big. Mars in Sagittarius has expanded a lot of our lives. And now Mars in Capricorn places boundaries. Capricorn says no. Capricorn lets things fall away that were not meant to take further into the year. Liz says that's funny because around 4:30 last night I had a burning desire to finish a work project I've been ignoring since October. Exactly. Samantha's Capricorn rising with Saturn in Capricorn. Irina waiting for signs about what long-term project. All right, well, we'll see what comes out today. Liz, work and relationships are scattered. I'm feeling that also. I'm feeling like I've expanded so much and I'm like doing way too much. And now this Mars in Capricorn is here to help us set our limitations, limit ourselves, set boundaries on what we're doing. Mars in Capricorn delivers the motivation to get organized, to get yourself on track, to make a plan. And I find usually when I make a realistic plan and I put it on paper, it makes our goals seem more realistic. Because you can actually see the whole trajectory. It's not like you have to move a mountain. You can see once you plan it out, all I have to do are these little steps every day, and then in 6 months I'll be in the place where I want to be. Cool, I can make this little change every day. Mary had the urge and energy to get walking and exercise going. Look at you. So if you've made a New Year's resolution, this might be a good time to make a roadmap towards achieving it. So thinking about what tools might you need to achieve your goal. Do you need to structure time? Do you need to set aside money? Do you need emotional support? Do you need an accountability buddy to achieve your goal? You can think about what's been holding you back from this goal. Why don't you have it already? What is it that's in your way? Is it your mindset? Is it another person's opinion about how far you can go and how much you can achieve? Is it your own lack of motivation? It's okay to get real with yourself and call yourself out every once in a while. And ask yourself, what can you realistically implement every day? What baby steps can you implement one step at a time, one day at a time? I also want to just bring to mind that Capricorn is the energy of utilizing. So with Mars in Capricorn, this can help us utilize the skills and tools that we've already built. Remembering, oh, that's right, I have that thing in my back pocket. Oh, that's right, I took that class. Maybe I can bring that back out. That'll help me achieve what I'm looking to achieve right now. How can you ensure that you'll continue down the path of this goal? How can you retain your benefits? Once you reach your goal, how are you going to stay there? What does that look like? So this week is great for brainstorming. This week is great for getting your rough draft on paper, making your first copy of what you think your plan needs to look like. And then next week on Thursday, we have a new moon in Capricorn on Thursday the 11th. So that new moon in Capricorn might help you reveal a necessary part of your plan. It might give you a spark of inspiration about an entirely new plan, a way, like a new plan of action, a different way of going about achieving your goals. But with Mars in Capricorn, the energy to just do and act and get stuff done is back with us. I feel like it kind of hasn't been here since maybe even Virgo season. Mars in Virgo, to like get stuff done. Karen, I've been very excited when planning my goals for the year. My theme for the year is to slow down and find balance between work, rest, and play. I love it. Oh, is she dreaming? Liz, no resolution, but my word of the year is grow. So I guess now is the time for me to plan out how I'm going to grow. So Liz, I love that. And what you can do is to plan out, which areas you're hoping to grow. Are you looking to grow your mindset? Are you looking to grow your knowledge base somewhere? Are you looking to grow your consciousness? And maybe think about ways that you can grow those things. And it's almost like, so I'm seeing like the Fool card in tarot, where you don't know the whole plan, but you know that when you take one step in that direction, the rest of the path is going to show up underneath your feet. So continue to follow your highest excitement. Take it as far as you can take it. Don't set yourself on the outcome. What is it? It's a 4-step thing from Bashar, but it's pretty much really good life wisdom. Just keep your eyes set on your highest excitement. Take it as far as you can and don't worry about the outcome. Be grateful for everything that comes along the way. Last year was only work and rest. It's time to have fun. That's right, Karen. Adrian loves my dog. Her name's Darla. I don't know if you could tell, she's missing that top leg. She was our first dog, and we adopted her because she was missing the leg. Yeah, she's great. She's one of my most spiritual companions. She just gets it. Greg, I'm not much for planning. You don't say, Mr. Pisces. But I do a lot of happy dreaming up ideas. I do require setting a structure, though, and honoring self-commitments. Well, Greg, aren't you in luck? So not this upcoming Monday, But on Monday the 15th, I'm doing something a little bit different on Insight Timer. I'm going to help you guys through what's called an I am ritual. It is pretty much a way to just bring in whatever version of yourself that you want to bring into your life. It's part of a coursework that I'm practicing right now, and it was so powerful when I did it that I knew I wanted to share it out with everyone else. So that'll be on Monday, January 15th, the same time as I'm always here on Insight Timer at 8:15 Central. And it's here to help you implement something small every day that brings you to the life of your desires. So I don't want to give too much away, but it is going to be powerful. It's going to be amazing. That is something that I'm not going to be putting on my YouTube as a free replay. It will be available for purchase afterwards, but if you want to take advantage of the free offering of the I Am Ritual, be sure to be here on the 15th at 8:15 Central. Michelle, my belle, my goals are filling my cup more, work from inside out, and find healing that's long overdue. That's lovely. Wade, your word is surrender. That's lovely. Melinda just led a meditation this morning with the mantra, I am. No coincidence, of course. If you are also in that spot right now where you kind of have no idea what you want for 2024, I'm there with you. And I feel like that is because Mars was in Sagittarius until yesterday. I haven't gotten my act together yet. I haven't made my plan. So my Patreon group, Embody Astrology, we are working together to plan out our 2024. And we got together 3 days ago and everyone was like, I don't really have a plan. I think one person had an idea of what she wants for 2024 and the rest of us were like, no, I haven't gotten there yet. So now that Mars is in Capricorn, now the energy is there to start seeing the steps, seeing what you actually want to create. So we are going to use 2 different decks today. The first one is Ask Your Guides, and we're just going to ask, how can we best utilize the energy of Mars in Capricorn? This feels like a very Saturn Capricorn deck to me. It's just very blunt. There's no sugarcoating. It doesn't try to make it seem pretty or fancy. It just says it how it is. So feel free to send your energy into this deck. Hello, Fabiana. And ask, how can you best utilize Mars in Capricorn? Hello, Bonnie. Mars is in Capricorn, Janelle, until February 13th. Diane, I agree with you that the new year is on the spring equinox. However, I embody the energy of the calendar year numerology. So we have shifted from a 7 energy to an 8 energy. So I'm asking, what do you want to create with the 8 energy? I go all out for spring equinox. It's Aries season. It's the start of the year. It's spring. Things are budding. This is a good time to just plant those intentions about what do you want in the background. But thank you for bringing that up. Melinda, I have that book, but I haven't used the deck. Might have to buy that one. I think this was my first ever Oracle deck, now that I'm thinking about it. It might have been, I might have bought one before this, but this was gifted to me. All right, so how can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn? If you're new to me, the way that I do my readings are group readings, but they are always in perfect alignment with everyone. They're just so cool. Messages are strong. So I allow 3 cards to fall out of the deck for us. And then I'm going to show you the backs of the 3 cards. So you're going to see the same card back image 3 times. I ask you to tune into your intuition just to see if any specific card feels different. Just different. If everything feels the same, your intuition is not broken. This whole reading is for all of us. But if one card looks different, sounds different, feels different, anything, if anything changes in your whole physical awareness, that message might just have a little bit more of a pull for you. So how can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn? Here's the back of card number 1. the back of card number 2, and the back of card number 3. I just noticed 108 meditators here. Feel free to put in the chat which card or cards are resonating with you, and I'll show them one more time, just in case. Again, the back of card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. And we're asking about how to best utilize the energy of Mars in Capricorn. So this message might be with you until February 13th, which is bringing us right to that Chiron North Node conjunction. Wow, that just, I have to say this. I think it's on the 15th. I can't remember off the top of my head. Mid-February, the North Node and Chiron are meeting together in the sky. And to me, this feels like a deep need to heal something that helps you feel like yourself, that helps you claim your sovereignty, that helps you claim your independence. It's going to be like a non-negotiable, you have to heal this right now. That's just what I feel from the North Node and Chiron conjunct. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this message here right now with Mars and Capricorn, Mars is helping us get our act together before that happens. So I'm not saying that with any fear. I'm not saying like, oh, you have to figure out what you're going to heal and how you're going to heal. Like, forget that. But Mars in Capricorn right now wants to help you create this plan that will like beautifully synchronistically bring you to that place of healing. Does that make sense? So whatever message is resonating with you today, I feel like this is something that you're going to carry with you until that big Chiron and North Node conjunction. Love it, Michelle. Yes, give me all the healing. I love it. All right, let's see who's working with what cards. Jacqui, 2 and 1, Michelle, 3, Melinda, 2 and 1, Kathy, 3, Teresa, 3, Irina, 1, Krista, 1, Rachel, 1, Greg, 1 cough, 2 sigh, 3 deep breath. My gosh. So I have a trackpad now instead of a mouse, and it's like way more sensitive than the mouse was. Natalie, 2, Patty, 2 and 3, Samantha, 1 and 3, Diane, 2, Christy, 1, Nicole, 1, Christine, 1, Michelle, 1 and 3, Karen, 1, Carol, 1 and 2, Chantel, 3, swaying, Liz, big 1, little 2, Yvonne, 1, strong, 2, not as strong, Christine, 2, 3, 1, Lori, 3, 2, 1, Michelle, 2, Mary, 2, Natalie, the conjunction will be in mid-February. The date is escaping me right now, but it's mid-February. Ready to get over my heartbreak. Cool, how can we utilize Mars and Capricorn to help you do that, Lucy? Jesse, 3, Jess, 2, then 1. Bonnie, 2, to help me with 3, the bigger message. I love that. AJ, 2 and 3, Patty, 2, Rosemary, unsure, going with all. Lucy, 2, Charlotte, all of them. 3 if I had to choose. It's okay, Rose. Rose, you get to wait a full moon cycle to make your decision. You can watch this in 28 days. Rose is a reflector in the human design. Their strategy is to wait. Feel it out. See what comes. All right, card number 1. If it was resonating with you, or if not, how can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn? This is card number 8, the year of the 8, and the message is discontent from our muses. The keywords for this card are dissatisfaction, seeking, searching, conclusions. Sooner or later in our evolutionary process, each of us begins to realize that it's not the having that fulfills our soul, but rather it's the act of creating that brings us satisfaction. Contentment in what we've created, no matter how grand, inevitably subsides, and our creative juices once again long to flow. That's why the once ideal partner ceases to mesmerize. The perfect job eventually becomes mundane, and the great adventure becomes tedious. Although there's a lot to be said for enjoying what we have now, we must nevertheless respect the fact that our basic nature as creative beings is to create. Without the process, we can't fully be content, at least not for long. Your muses are present, and they call on you now to embrace your creative discontent and undertake new projects. Their message: see your frustration as a longing to learn more, expand more, dare more, and create more. This is so interesting. This is bringing up a lot of a teacher that I've been following. She's a little radical. She's a little out there, right? She's a little provocative. So I'm just going to preface that if you are going to look her up. Her name is Mami Yonami. I found her on TikTok. But she teaches, one of the time when I first found her, she was coming out with this course called Erotic Wealth, and she teaches the erotic with not necessarily sexual, but like the desire. I want more. I'm going to follow my pleasure. I want to follow my desires. And what I'm taking a lot from her teachings is that the gratitude is great. It's awesome to be grateful for everything that you have, but that doesn't mean that you're meant to stop there. It's not supposed to be like, oh, at least I have this, so I should be happy with this, right? Like, no, we get to desire more for our lives. And as creative beings, we get to create more in our lives, creating whatever you want. So Mars in Capricorn can help you create the relationship that you want, can help you create the self-image that you want. It can help you create literally anything. So whatever it is that you're desiring, Mars in Capricorn wants to help you make the plan to bring the thing to fruition. I just love this card in general. It makes so much sense. And everything is connected. This is reminding me of a lot of those water cards that we were pulling the last few weeks, that stagnant water. When things don't change, life gets dull. And how do you change it? You have to make more. You have so much power. Diane, beautiful. Not the having, but the creating. Charlotte, thank you for your donation. Christine loves it. Melinda loves it. Nicole just started a 52-week photography project to expand. Diane, I may have just received my word. Create. I love it. This hits for Christine. I've been reading Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, all about creative living. So on point. I love that. Karen, I need Big Magic the first week of every... Oh, you read it every year. It's an awesome reminder about living a creative life. Oh, cool. Leah just joined. What's the oh dear? Is this for you? Craig, desire feeds and sparks creative energy. Apparently this is a big book. Big Magic. I've never heard of it. Curious about that. Keep creating. Mars in Capricorn wants to help you create a plan to create. Let's see what card number 2 brings us. How else can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn? Actually, that's interesting. So many people were resonating with card number 1. I noticed that, but I forgot to say it out loud. So creation is among us. Card number 2 is card number 2. Partnerships and love from our nature spirits. This one comes up all the time, all the time. The keywords for this card are infatuation, romance, connection, and introduction. Greg, you just came to mind as I was reading that. Your nature spirits known as runners, are working to introduce you to a wonderful new partnership to fulfill your heart's desire. Whether in the areas of business, friendship, or romantic love, these practical guides are leading you directly toward the appropriate person to best support your soul at this time. Follow your heart as they strive to connect you with the right associations. Be more open to others, especially those whom you meet by chance. say hello to the new neighbor in your building, suggest having lunch with the intriguing woman who sat next to you at your last business luncheon, or strike up a conversation with the guy in front of you at the checkout line, even if that's not your usual habit. In reality, it's not accidental that you suddenly find yourself attracted to certain people. Your runners placed you in their path so that you could meet. Invite these energetic nature spirits to continue to direct you to others who are significant for your soul path. Their message? Relax. We will make all the necessary introductions you seek. I love this card. It pretty much says just talk to anyone who piques your interest for whatever reason. You never know what part they can play in your life. I'm thinking, I have a story that I've told here 1,000 times, and I'm trying to think if I've had anything else happen in the last 3 years. But my favorite story to tell when this card comes up is I was shopping at a store, just walking my cart down the grocery aisle, and this lady was just behind me, and she just kept, like, she was in my peripheral, and I was just trying to get away from her, because, like, why are you going to bother me in the grocery store? And I don't remember how she approached me, but she just started talking to me, and then we sat in the grocery store and we talked for like 25 minutes. She's a woman in her 80s, and then we had this nice little friendship, and we would like check in with each other and text every once in a while. We went to breakfast, all because she just saw something and she's like, I have to talk to that girl, and she did. And you know, I get like when you're 80, you might be a little bit lonely, but regardless, like we learned from each other because she had the gumption to say something to me. So you never know who you're going to meet randomly. You might strike up a conversation with someone intriguing, and they are going to have this resource that you need to create a part of your life, to make a part of your life, to create something. Have you guys had any of those situations where you just randomly bump into someone, talk to someone? I'm racking my brain to think if that's happened lately. It happens all the time here on Insight Timer. Like, people reach out to me to either to work with me or just to like send a message or whatever, and you never know where that leads to. Yeah, let's see. Michelle, this card gave me chills. All the things I need to heal and work on. Cool. Amber, that's my card. Michelle says my relationship needs a lot of healing, and we have opened the floodgates. Leah, something I needed to hear today. Christine, absolutely. Jackie loves that story. Greg says that we're laughing because I recently reached out to her to ask how to use my human design strategy with dating and manifesting a relationship, which is exactly, just wait for the invitation, Greg. Synchronous meetings. The invitation to an event, you know? Greg's a projector. That's why I keep saying to wait for the invitation. Yeah. So if something comes in your inbox and you say, oh, that sounds interesting, that's an invitation. Follow that. April, this has been happening to me for about 2 weeks, and it's hugely shifting projects, my creative business, and more. Yeah. Chandra, I met one of my closest friends randomly in Target when I decided to compliment her. Exactly. Christy, yes, coincidence and synchronicity are awesome. Amber, I'm in my new friends and connections moment. I like that. Mary can relate. Felt it in my heart as you read that card. I love it. Look at the projector gathering. You guys are getting together. So many. Losing one connection can build 100. Yeah. You have to make room for the things that you want in your life. You only have so much room in your energy field. Chantel, this happened to me a month ago in A&E. I just happened to sit beside a woman with the same illness as my mom, and she shared invaluable insight about it for me. Exactly. Little blessings, little angels in your life. We'll see you in a minute, Greg. Need to reset the app. Card number 3. Or actually, we didn't talk about how can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn with this partnership and connection. So Mars wants us to act, to utilize the skills that you've built about approaching people, about how to connect with people. If a skill that you've been building is your intuition, Capricorn loves to utilize your intuition. There's a reason why I can't stop looking at that lady over there. I have to go talk to her. There's a reason why, yeah, just reach out. You never know. Card number 3, how can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn, is, again, card number 3. And this is community from our spiritual ancestors. The keywords for this card are tribe, family, camaraderie, and kinship. Your spiritual ancestors are gathering around you at this time, holding you in their light and connecting you with your spiritual family here on Earth. You don't say. Your soul is now seeking the kind of love and support that comes from being part of the right community, your people, so to speak. Not wanting you to feel isolated in any way, your ancestors hear your soul call and are presently guiding you toward kindred spirits. Understand and realize that you can't achieve your goals alone. Be open to support. You need the soul energizing support of your tribe. Give up any notions that you have of going it alone in life and develop the insight and wisdom to recognize your limitations. After all, even Christ picked 12 associates to help him accomplish his mission on Earth. Follow your ancestors' directions. It is they who encourage you to join a club, enroll in a course, or sign up for the neighborhood basketball team. You never know whom you'll meet. Your ancestors' message: open your heart and feel our presence in your life, and be open to your spiritual family here on Earth. I don't think those could resonate any better, step by step by step. Figure out what you want to create, continue creating it. Follow your intuition and talk to the people in your awareness that just pull you towards them for whatever reason. That's how you start building your community. That's how you start achieving what you really want to create, because we're not meant to do it alone. We're tribe creatures. We're community creatures. Especially, freaking Pluto is going to be moving into Aquarius at the end of this month while Mars is still in Capricorn. Aquarius is the sign of community, the tribe, the collective, working together for the greater good. So if it was only card number 3 that resonated with you today, how can we best utilize Mars in Capricorn? Ask for community. Just set it out to the universe. Make the plan of what you're going to do when you have your community. What kind of people do you need? What kind of skills would benefit you and your mission, whatever you want to create? It's okay to dream that up. That's what I did with Jacqui. So I've been doing this by myself for years, and I was getting to a point where I'm just pulling my hair out. I'm doing all these obligatory scheduling things, and it wasn't serving me. It kept throwing me out of my flow. And I was journaling one day, and I was just writing out what I could benefit from, what kind of assistance I could benefit from. Now, mind you, I'm still in the place in my business where I'm just making ends meet. I'm not thriving yet. That's what 2024 is for. But I just knew I can't pay someone. I can't have a payroll person. And I just threw it out in a meeting that Jacqui's a member of, that I was looking for some support. And she was like, well, how can we work together? And now we have this beautiful Aquarian give and take. I'm losing the word, bartering. We pretty much barter. She helps me, I help her, and everything's beautiful. Because I know I need community to achieve what I want to achieve. And while I didn't necessarily find Jacqui in a grocery store and start talking to her, she and I met here through Insight Timer. She had to realize why she was attracted to me, and then I had to realize why I was attracted to her to start this relationship, and I had to realize that it was time to talk about it in the setting where I was. Does that make sense? I wasn't saying it in a place of like, hey, I'm asking this group if anyone can help me. I was just describing my situation because it was in alignment with what our topic was. I was just sharing about my life. So this is all intuition. Just flow with whatever you feel like doing in greater good for everyone. Exactly, Jackie. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have known you were in need. Connection takes communication. I love that. Amber, this is really aligned with what I'm focusing on right now. Yes. Greg loves it. Partnering with my guides was a huge theme for me lately. That's right, Greg. Your community can be physical, but your community can also be in the ethers who can help you find your in-person community, right? Everyone here, spiritual community, Nicole. Yes, I love this place. Charlotte, all 3 cards spoke to me today. Signed up for a manifesting course that starts on Monday. I was hesitant, but my gut and soul said to do it. I'm looking for a group of my people. Perhaps they're in this group. I love it. We still have one more deck. We're going to pull one more card, and we're going to ask, what is holding us back from achieving our biggest goal? So this would be beneficial for you to pinpoint one goal, and we'll get the more specific you are with your question, the more specific the answer is going to be for you. So what is it that you're trying to create? What is it that you desire in your life? And we're going to use this Mystical Shaman Oracle. This is actually a pocket deck, so it's tiny, but that's why I can just hold it up really close to the camera. Mystical Shaman Oracle to ask what's holding us back from achieving our biggest goal. Feel free to send your energy into these cards. Sarah, I'm in a mentorship where the type of communication and language with our guides is referred to as soul tracking. I love that. What is holding us back from achieving our biggest goal? Got it. Y'all have your goals in mind? I've only used this deck like 2 or 3 times. I'm not really familiar with it, so we'll see what comes out. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. If you haven't followed my profile yet on Insight Timer, feel free to do so you can be updated when I post my new classes, or rather when Jacqui posts my new classes. Remember, I have that I Am ritual coming up on Monday the 15th. So it's a week from Monday. That's something that the free replay will not be available. So if you're interested, try to make it here. If you want to connect with me outside of this, I do offer donation-based readings. So you can find all my information in my Insight Timer profile, where my link tree is. Everything, you can reach out to me in a myriad of ways there. You can sign up for my email list. You can find my Facebook and my TikTok there. My YouTube channel. I record all of these sessions and I post them on my YouTube channel, so you can watch these replays whenever. The link for my YouTube is in my link tree, or you can just search my name on YouTube or on the internet. I have a pretty unique name. Diane, these are your favorite cards. Sarah has this deck, the big ones though. Love it. Charlie, beautiful session today. Everything that's been presenting for me this week wrapped up here this morning. I love it. Oh, hi, Natalie. Natalie says one-on-one readings with Jacqui are legend. Natalie, I think you're like one of my oldest clients, not oldest, but like longest running clients. It's been a while. We're coming up on 2 years. Was it February 22? That sounds right. What is holding us back from achieving our biggest goal? The card that came is number 4, Beauty Way. The Beauty Way is both a path that you travel on and a daily practice. The path is where you choose to perceive only beauty before you, behind you, and all around you as a journey through life. The practice is where you take action to bring beauty to every situation you are in. When things get ugly, you act to bring integrity and peace to the difficult encounter. When everyone else perceives only darkness, you point out the light and help uncover hidden treasures. The Beauty Way invites you to create beauty in your life and to recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. Stop to smell the roses, take a deep breath, look up at the stars, and recognize the splendor that surrounds you. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in, and you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. Stop trying to fix relationships that you believe are broken. Recognize that things are exactly as they need to be in this moment, and acknowledge the inherent beauty in that. When you understand this, you will be able to bring about the change you want. Do not engage in gossip around the darkness and flaws of others. Be careful not to be seduced by the superficial beauty of a project or relationship you are toying with, unless you are willing to pay a price for it later. So what is holding you back? A lot is going through my mind right now. I'm coming back to that nothing is good or bad, everything just is. And if you keep looking at a situation and defining it as bad, this is not for me, like this is toxic, this is whatever, I need to push it away because I'm afraid of it, you're not seeing the beauty in what can come of healing in that. What also keeps coming to mind is the Justice card in the tarot. Justice is Libra. Libra rules beauty. And it's the beauty of natural law, that everything just is, everything works itself out. There's karma, but it's not karma, it's more of just like a natural cause and effect. So I feel like you're holding yourself back from saying, like, this is not what I want, so it's not for me. Instead of saying, this is not what I want, but what can I find in this that can help me get to what I want? Does that make sense? Resonates with Fabiana. Greg says it's a powerful card. Jackie, this card is so synchronous with other messages that have appeared in the past 2 days. Love it. Christine, this so resonates. My goal is to find more love in everyone and everything. Spread the love, spread beauty. Caroline, great question. What if it's abuse? How do I want to answer this? Everything just is. It doesn't mean you have to call it in, right? It doesn't mean that you're asking for the abuse, but there is something to finding your inner strength in that situation. So it might not necessarily be while you're in that partnership, fighting through it and finding the healing. It could mean separating yourself and finding the healing. Everything happens for you. Nothing in this world is happening to you, which can feel so sharp when you're in the midst of abuse. But I've gone off on a tangent before about the word narcissist. I much dislike that title. I feel like it's way overused in our society because when we put ourselves in victim mode, we give ourselves a false sense of power when we're being victimized, when we're victimizing ourselves. Abuse seems intentional many times, but I view, and not to say that it's okay, right? No one should ever accept abuse, but witnessing that it's happening and being able to see the deeper perspective of where that abuse is coming from. I honestly, in my truth, believe that it's very, very rare that people are intentionally inflicting pain on others just to inflict pain, 99% of the time, it's coming from an unhealed inner child, an unhealed version of the person who doesn't know what to do with all this pain inside of them, and they just want someone else to feel it. They just want to, like, that's what their normal is, so they think that's what normal is supposed to be out there. Thank you for asking that question. I hope it helped. Chantel, great card, saying to me to see the beauty that is already in my life. 100%. Melissa, makes total sense. Liz, I feel it. I'm looking at another card here whose message is today, make a list of all the things you gain from the change you're going through. Love that. Sarah, I was in a relationship that was abusive, and I learned more about who I am and what I'm worth through the process. I agree, Sarah. Been there over and over. It doesn't mean that you deserved any of that, right? It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. But I was just talking about this yesterday. When you ask for one thing in your life, like let's say you're asking to be confident, the universe doesn't just like throw confidence on you. Like, here you go, here's confidence. No, the universe is going to put you through a lot of situations that make you question your confidence, that make you feel fearful and powerless, so that you can find the confidence that's already in you. That's what they mean when they say you have everything you need. It's already in you. The universe is going to bring you through these situations where you get to find the beauty in the situation. There's a difference between lamenting and processing, right? If you're lamenting on the situation, oh my God, they're so bad, they're the problem, they're doing this wrong, you're not going to heal. You're not going to gain anything by just pointing your finger. When you point your finger, how many fingers are pointing back at you? Amber, I agree, the idea of cutting people out, it's so rude. It can be. Sometimes though, like, you need to step away. It's all about communication. Mary Alice, that's my experience. Delayed gratification for surviving leads to thriving. Embracing victimization is false power. We fall to that dark place when we are victim. Yeah, you guys, you're all so much more powerful than you believe. And I can promise that. Even if you think you're powerful, you're way more powerful than you think you are. Sarah, it's changed me and helped me change in so many beautiful ways. I am able to relate to others and give help now. Yes, all the difficulties that you go through, that's your training camp, so that you can be a guide for others and be of assistance to others going through that. Greg, seeing the deeper perspective, maybe that's why the warning about getting distracted by the superficial resonated. Interesting. Caroline, I don't know about how I feel about the stance of staying in abusive situations, but that's okay. Agree to disagree. Sure, and every situation has its own nuances. There's many intricate details of everything. The inner strength I gained from it is priceless. We are all asleep until we become awake to certain parts of ourselves. Yeah. And Caroline, absolutely, the inner strength I gained from leaving abuse was priceless. Absolutely. I 100% validate that. And there might be times where you find yourself in a different situation that's similar, that now you say, okay, this time I don't need to remove myself from this. I can heal myself during, if this relationship has more to it, if you're seeing that growth in the other person, because no one's perfect. No one's ever just going to drop in your life and they're exactly what you need and they give you all the things that you think you need. People come into your life as relationships to challenge you, to push you, to help you grow. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's painful, but it's the bigger picture of the relationship. Are the intentions good? Thank you, Melinda. Nice to see you. Fabiana was reading about the Dharma Triangle. Never heard. Oh, drama triangle. Never heard of that. Amber, it's too general. Where's the accountability? Christine says, Caroline, I don't think she means to stay in an abusive relationship. There's levels of the word abuse is what I'm getting at. Sarah, I asked the universe for more time to delve into my spiritual practices and the business I'm starting. Then my back went out. It's beautiful. Exactly. You asked for more time and the universe is like, all right, you're bedridden. Sorry there's a little bit of pain with it, but you want the time? Here's the time. It's the fuel. The shadow, the stuff that we don't want, is the fuel. And there's no right or wrong way to do anything, to see anything, to take anything. You're all on your own path. You're all on your own journey. The choices that you make are going to lead you to exactly where you need to go. What is it that you want to create? Follow your intuition and talk to the people that you're naturally drawn to for whatever reason. That's how you're going to build your community to achieve the goals that you're looking for. And what's holding you back is recognizing the beauty in everything. You're very welcome, Irina. It's very nice to see you. If you guys would like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. I will be back next week on Monday. Monday, we're going to talk about the whole next week. There's a few things going on to prepare us for Thursday's new moon. So next week, I'll be here on Monday and Friday. And then don't forget, the following Monday, I'm hosting that I Am Ritual. It will really help you bring in the life that you desire into your current reality. You can use it for 2024. You can use it for January. You might need more time than that. You can use it for whatever feels right, but it is a very powerful way to resonate with the life that you desire. Natalie, thank you for showing up. This was so lovely. Thank you. Amber and Tracy, I appreciate your donations. Michelle, thank you for the messages. Greg, thank you. Another wonderful live. Nicole, thank you. I energy exchanged by joining your Patreon. Awesome, Sarah. So exciting. Fabiana, that is a social model of human interaction, which we are always taking these three roles: victim, rescuer, or persecutor. Worth reading. That was the drama triangle. Social model of human interaction, which we are always taking these three roles: the victim, rescuer, or the persecutor. That's very interesting. Thank you so much for your donation, Michelle. Michelle, I do have a group on Insight Timer. Thanks for the reminder. It's called Our Spiritual Community. There's a link for it right in my teacher profile. And actually, Bonnie here puts the text update, the text recap of all the cards in Our Spiritual Community. So if you ever just want to go back and quickly read what we talked about each day, those are there. And then it's also a very lively community that you guys can hang out in while we're not here. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate your donation. I'll be back on Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy this get up and go, start to plan energy with Mars and Capricorn. Sending love to all. Namaste. Take care.